It is almost obvious now that Casemiro and Christian Eriksen will leave Manchester United this summer, and that means Ineos and Erik ten Hag should work on a plan to get replacements. And already we're hearing that the club has made verbal bids for certain players. One in PSG, it has been rejected, but several others are on the list for Manchester United to come in as replacements for Casemiro in the number 6 position, most likely. But question is, who are the best options? In this video, I'm going to be ranking of all the players we've been linked with. I'm going to be ranking them according to their style and how I think they suit into what we are trying to build. My name is Webb. Like, share, and subscribe. This is the United Road Sport. You can go down in the comment section and just give me your ranking as well of only the midfielders that we need to bring in, who you think should be our first priority, second priority, and third priority. If you can, let's get into it. Now, we've been linked to players like Joao Neves, we've been linked to players like Amadou Onana, we've been linked to players like Yusuf Fofana, we've been linked to players like Edson Alvarez, we've been linked to so many players, so many midfielders in global football. And you think it's because probably we all know we want the best player and we know how crucial the number 6 position is. But before I even get into the ranking of these players, I first want to first make it clear. Before we go into the market, we've got to first decide whether are we bringing in a number 6 or are we bringing in a free-flowing number 8? Because Kobbie Mainoo, at least from the usage we've seen with Erik ten Hag, he has sometimes been playing number 6, a few times he has been playing number 8. So question is, are we building Kobbie as a number 6 or are we building him as a number 8? What is the decision that Ineos and Erik ten Hag, the whole technical team, has made with Kobbie? And that is what should define the player we bring in to partner him. Because if Kobbie is going to be built as the replacement for Casemiro, as the number 6, because he has shown that he can play there before, even if you and me know that it's not his best position, because of how good he is, he has played there before, and perhaps he could be molded into that player. He told us himself that he's learning on the job. Now, if Ineos need to make that decision, my thinking is the smart decision should be that don't mold Kobbie as a number 6. So bring in a number 6. Now, after that, then we should define the profile of the number 6 we are bringing in. Because, like I said, we are building Manchester United around Kobbie Mainoo. His performance for England just showed you in just a halftime cameo, but it showed you how good a player he is. We are building this team around him. So, meaning we have got to get players who will come in but help him get the best out of himself. Push him to do the best by freeing him. At times, even if you bring in so many good players who are of contrasting profiles that don't enhance each other, you're going to kill your best players inadvertently. So we must be getting in players who are going to help Kobbie shine to the best of his abilities in the position we're building him. Most probably, that's as a number 8. Now, when that is done, then we have to understand how then are we going to play. If are we going to bring in a number 6 whose role is just to fight in the middle, stay patient, stay calm and humble, fight for the ball and pass it to the more naturally gifted Kobbie Mainoo or Bruno? Or are we bringing a number 6 who can also as well give you some box-to-box abilities to also drift the ball and carry the ball into goal-scoring positions, try to shoot, find a shot, dribble himself, beat off men? What's the profile of the number 6 we're trying to build it to bring? Guys, this is very important because we might end up getting a player who is good but will die with the rest of the team or will kill our better players. Now, and again, this is quite this is a rock and a hard place, I should say, because we know that Erik ten Hag wants to attack. He's attack, attack, and attack and attack. That's the kind of manager he is. He was recently attacking Gareth Southgate while analyzing the England game for a Dutch TV for sitting back after getting one goal, rightfully so. But he's that kind of manager. He loves to attack. So probably even his number 6 could be one who can add something to the attack. Would that be good for Kobbie? My thinking is perhaps not. But let's now get into the players that we linked with. We linked with players like Morten Holman, who plays for Sporting Lisbon. This 24-year-old Den is a good player. He was signed for just about 15 million to 19 million pounds by Sporting. Missed, I think, only one game last season, but right now his price tag should be over 60 or close to 70 million pounds. Now, the price tag might not be the issue for me because we are Manchester United. If we want a player, we should be able to find the funds to afford them if we want a player so bad. But let's talk about his playing style. If we are looking for a number six who does not do much in terms of trying to pass and doing the ball stuff, I think Holman will contend with another one I'm going to talk about because he doesn't really do so much in terms when he wins the ball because he's physical, his mentality is good, he's aggressive and fearless, he's bold, if I would call it that. He can go into a tackle, he sits, he's calm, he sits behind. If he gets the ball and has to dribble, he doesn't do it so much. So if we want that disciplined ball winner, give to Kobbie or Bruno, I think he fits the description. I think he would rate number 2 in the list if that is the number 6 we want to bring in. The other one who has that discipline is Amadou Onana. Amadou Onana, yes, can pass the ball, but he's also another disciplined number 6 who can, yes, make runs, carry the ball because his dribbles, his touches on the ball when he gets the ball are longer touches, not you know what I mean, not short taps on the ball, but longer touch to cover distance, but then disciplined enough to come back and keep his place. So that does is then he maintains the shape because you realize that one of the problems we had with Man United in the past season is having our number 6 who cannot keep the shape of the team, yet they form the pivot. So the balance, especially when you lose the ball, has always not been there. But Amadou Onana will give you that balance because of his discipline. Because Erik ten Hag is for a single pivot. He does not really try to do so much with the ball. He keeps his discipline and runs around his spaces where you expect a number 6 to sit. That's the beauty about him. So if we are looking for such a player, and his price is perhaps just about between 50 and 60 million pounds, I think is what Everton would rate him at. Now, also the fact that he has played in the Premier League gives him a good advantage. So if our profile is of such a disciplined number 6, I'll rate him at number 1. So in such players, if you want such disciplined number 6, Onana would be my first priority. Number 2, Holman or Jolman, whatever the pronunciation is. That's the den. Now, if we want to bring in a box to box number 6 who can sometimes even be deployed as a number 8, who can give you more, carry the ball, pass the ball, fight for the ball and win it back, but also try to initiate an attack by dribbling or beating off people, shooting at goal, giving you more football, something fancy. First priority should be Youssef Fofana, because Fofana is a better ball carrier, ball player. He's more skillful than all players we've been linked with. He's more animated as a holding midfield. He's more box to box. Now, if you want a box to box who can sometimes go and leave Kobbie to stay, what that means is you don't want a partner, a Kobbie partner who is just going to be doing one role, the way Declan Rice will do for England. Just be there, sit, get the ball and pass it to a better ball players, and that's it. No, but if you want a partner who is also going to play along with Kobbie, then Youssef Fofana would be the better option. And the thing with Youssef Fofana, the advantage with him is he's way too cheap. It's clear he should be leaving Monaco this summer, but his price is about 30 million pounds. That should be pocket change for Manchester United. So if that's the profile of the Kobbie partner you want to bring in, Fofana should be up top on the radar. And next to him should be Emmanuel Ugarte, because Ugarte has got a better balance, and this is why I think Man United has tabled a bid for Ugarte first, because Ugarte has got a better balance of the two profiles I've spoken about, of the disciplined ones, but also with the ability to dribble and go into an attack. I think it gives you a finer balance of all the players we linked with. He's good, he's disciplined as a number 6. He can go into tackles, win the ball back and pass it if he has to, but he also has the skill to dribble the ball and go past a couple of bodies and try to initiate an attack. He has a finer balance. He's 23. That's why, but also his fee should be believed to be between 50 and 65 million pounds from PSG. His package is more complete of all the other options we have, except one, who are bringing last for a reason, Joao Neves. Of all these players, the perfect partner for Kobbie Mainoo would be Joao Neves in terms of age, in terms of his skill, in terms of solidity. And people will say, why isn't he starting for Portugal if he's so good? Look, Portugal probably has the best squad in 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 uh, in Europe, and if they have here they have got more experienced players in the positions he plays. So obviously, it's always going to be difficult for him to start. He has all the time. It's like asking why isn't Kobbie starting for England? It's the same reason why Joao Neves isn't starting for Portugal. But the reality is, Joao Neves would be the best option. The only issue with Neves is he's way too expensive for anyone's liking.